Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heaven's Monsters podcast. With me always is Terrence, aka T-Money.
If you smell what the lion is cooking,
aka King of
puppies.
I made him say it. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing this simply because of the love of wrestling, and boy, did they tear the house down before Survivor Series. We already covered it during after the show, after the show, and we didn't get the chance to cover NXT TakeOver War Games in 2019 on November 23rd, the night before Survivor Series. So this is us covering it, and how I can't help but question, how the hell did a lot of the NXT wrestlers manage to go on to actually win 4 of the matches after this hellacious night, the night before? So let me tell you what happened, my brother. First things first, we start the night with a triple threat match. Winner to challenge the NXT champion Adam Cole at Survivor Series, which, as you know, would be Pete Dunne. But in this match, a lot of things would happen. Case in point, Gillian mostly attacking Pete Dunne's right leg, and Damien Priest just going all crazy on the freaking flips and shit. I mean, the guy's damn past 6 feet tall, and he's doing windmill kicks and flips and doing the Undertaker and jumping off the top rope, but he's doing a flip and landing on his feet. Good God. You wouldn't think a man that tall could do stunts like that, but well, Damien Priest, formerly known as Punishment Martinez, did all that.
It sounds like a name that
Mafia name.
No. Damien Priest sounds like something that James Mitchell could manage.
Sounds like something from Constantine.
Or
a demon versus holy man
or
movie.
or a gothic name like from the Adams family.
He is kind of gothic. Not gonna lie.
Like he could be the son of Father James Mitchell.
Ultimately, the match ended in a way that was pretty iffy. Gillian actually hit the senton while having Pete Dunne on his shoulder, but Pete Dunne immediately covers Damien Priest, who got senton, and pinned him for the 1, 2, 3, and Gillian was too late to realize what was going on, and Pete Dunne, the longest reigning NXT, UK champion, over 600 days, got the drop on the both of them. That didn't help him though, because the fact that what comes next, later on when it comes to the War Game, the final match of War Games, I can't even fathom. You get this one. First up, we have the first ever women's War Game match featuring the team leaders of Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox. Did I say it right? And because of Mia Yim ultimately injured the night before on SmackDown somehow, what the hell did she do to get injured? I have no. She was in that fatal 8-way match. Eight match. No, she wasn't. No, never mind. Scratch that. It was just the captains who were fighting. That's right. So how did she get injured? What the hell? Ultimately, taking her place would be the outcast, non-draft pick, but forced to be picked at the last second, Dakota Kai, Queen of Kicks. And of course, we have Team Baszler featuring the leader of the pack, the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, the NXT UK Champion Kylie Ray, Bianca Belair, and Io Shirai. I've got to give it to the women. They laid it out. And reason why? This happened. The rules, do you know the rules? I'm about to say rules, like Elmer Fudd. Add a W, where'd it come from? The rules to War Games. Do you know the rules? Okay, so let me explain. Quick word draft of the rules of the War Games. First off, it's 2 rings and 2 cages connected on top of one another. Next up, you have 4 competitors, or 5, depends on how many you're going for, but usually it's 4 on each team. The match starts with 2 people. Once the countdown hits 0, another competitor enters the ring. The competitors can bring any weapon they want because technically the match doesn't officially start until all 8 members are in the ring. Or the time hits it where the final competitor's clock goes in, and that's when this match starts. Once that goes in, the cell is permanently locked, and if you exit the ring at any point or fall over the top, your team loses. That's the difference. It looks like a cage match with a double ring. It's not, because if you exit a ring, unlike a steel cage match where you exit and you win, it's the opposite. You lose, and so does your team. So, that said, it's a perfect opportunity between or first during the match to bring in anything. We're talking, hell, street fight, ECW, hardcore, extreme rules, you name it. Anything you could bring in there. For Adam Cole, when it was his time and he was the last person to come out on his team, he brought in table after table after table after table after table after table. The people were screaming, "Thank you, Adam." Because you know the people we want tables. I kind of get it. And in this match, that was Adam Cole's match. That would be the last match. For Rhea Ripley, she was the first woman to come out of her cage because, who was it? Candice LeRae started the match. And then the captain come out on her team after Kylie Ray came out. It would be her bringing in, we talking candlesticks, trash can lids, trash cans themselves. We talking the works, bro.
That's why I said that people saying she looked like a man.
Yeah, I won't say nothing of that. And you heard Renee make a joke saying, "That's my woman." I'm like, bullshit. Hey, my woman. Powerhouse. He's the powerhouse. He knows it. I told him that too.
I heard him say that you love Big E so much.
No, that was you. That was you. He started that because you started that crap, motherfucker. You started that crap. Pitch you. Hey, for the record, last time I couldn't make him say it. I made him earlier today. I made him say it. Take that back. He didn't bot me. He didn't bot me. I made him take it back.
I was trying to do the $3 and take the gas.
Everybody's got a prize. Not this motherfucker.
He will one day.
Motherfucker.
He said something about you at Big E. He did.
Anyway, it would be pretty much, Shayna Baszler would be the last person to come out willingly, because if your team works together, you can actually plan ahead, bring out the person with the best stamina, bring out this person, next person comes out. That's how it usually works. But sometimes if the teams are not cooperative, they could be gunning trying to get out of the cage first to get their turn. And be saying, "Hey, what the hell?" Ultimately, it'd be Shayna Baszler on her end, and the person who comes out third for Rhea Ripley's team is Dakota Kai. So Tegan Nox is just waiting there, and then all of a sudden she gets jumped. Instant heel turn by Dakota Kai, and she is beating up her friend. She is literally taking her leg, her left leg, and slamming it with the cage repeatedly over 10 times. And then she keeps coming back, and she's injuring the leg to a point where she shoved the general manager, Rhea Regal himself, and attacked the referees. Oh my goodness.
But back to Adam Cole. I know we're not talking about that right now, but I was talking about the Adam Cole thing. Did you know who was in the audience watching his matches?
What?
His girlfriend, Britt Baker from AEW.
Yeah.
They said that she could get in trouble.
Anyway, they mentioned that too in the commentary.
Yeah, they said she could get in trouble.
Well, I'll tell you that why. Because of this incident, Rhea Ripley's team would literally be down to 2, and Shayna Baszler in the cage is laughing it up. She's going, she can't believe her fortune. So then finally comes in Rhea Ripley, and with no Tegan Knox to help, it would just be Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae. And despite being literally 2-on-1 with a 4-on-2 handicap match, the match fully starts, and now they have to be in the match with those odds. Despite that, though, Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae, literally Candice LeRae was kind of handling 3 women at once. And thanks to Io Shirai taking out her own teammates with a freaking high-flying jump, moonsaw off the freaking top of the cell, she ends up taking out everybody. Then it would be down to, and I forgot to mention Kylie Ray. I think Kylie Ray got the worst of it because she got suplexed into the cage and dropped while being against the cage. So, like a mother, talk about pinching nerves. Ooh. After which, it would be Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley ultimately did the sign while everyone's laid out. And she's putting on the freaking, camel clutch, not camel clutch, the chokehold, sleeper hold on Rhea Ripley. And she's fighting like hell to a point that she has to switch arms. And that's where Rhea Ripley went to work. I don't know where.
Are you talking about the sleeper hold?
Yeah.
You
either tap, sleep, or break. In which case, she pulled her handcuffs. She actually put the handcuffs on Shayna Baszler's arm, and she's like, what the? She gets up, and she is like this. She beats her up. She tries to fight back, gets a swing in, and she got her, because now she's got her in the hold, puts her on 2 chairs that's lined up together, and pins her right there, and she wins for her team. Against all odds, Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano's wife, and Rhea Ripley win the whole shebang, despite the odds. But I have to say this. With Tegan Knox had a knee injury. She had 2 surgeries. She had to be sitting on the bench because of that injury. What Dakota Kai did might have just put her back on the shelf. And considering she cost her 2 people, Rhea Ripley's definitely going to be looking not only for a title shot against Shayna Baszler, she's going to look for redemption on the traitor of Dakota Kai. Dakota, you gonna get it. Rhea coming for you. She gonna kill you. Hey. All right. Next thing. I wanted to cover all that. That's a good shit. That was a good match. They laid it out, bro. They were crazy. Next up, we have Angel Garza. Pre-show match. Oh, I didn't see this. That's right. I watched the show. I didn't watch the actual pre-show. I missed that. I could have watched it, but I said, nah. I ain't got no time. Angel Garza. Oh, okay. I thought it was about to be, damn. Forgot his name. The current champion. The man of the hour. Leo Rush. You said it at the same time. But he didn't fight him.
The midget dude who's
he's now midget. He's a skinny fucker. He's a short, skinny guy.
If I said something about that dude calling the lane he's stuck, I'm gonna say something about Leo Rush.
We have Angel Garza defeating Isaiah Swerve Scott. I didn't see that match.
His match is a pipsqueak.
Okay.
This is WWE, bro. They don't do that for NXT.
They're missing some matches. Damn.
Yeah, but they don't do that for NXT pay-per-views, bro. Shoot.
Well, I remember one match. Oh, it's right here. Damn, it's not bold-ass, thick-ass letters like these. Yeah. It's right there. There you go. We would have the match in your favor, because he's one of your favorites, and he's fighting the guy that you hate. Yeah. It would be Finn Balor versus Matt Riddle. You want to know how that happened?
Go ahead.
Finn Balor won.
Good.
Yeah. The reason why is because Finn Balor hit him with a huge DDT brainbuster style move. That's literally looks like something I have, but I would hold him up and then bam. He did it quick.
For a guy to wrestle in shorts without no knee pads and boots was embarrassing.
No, he just flip-flops.
No, I'm talking about Matt Riddle.
That's what I said. He wears flip-flops.
No, but not in the ring, though.
He's footless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's shoeless. Next up, and finally, should I say, is the men's... You can have your phone back. I got this. Is the men's War Games match. I had to say that. Wait. Elimination match? No. It's War Games. Same rules applied. 2 men start the match. One at a time. All 8 men will enter the ring and anything can be and will be brought in to the match inside the cage until finally all 8 people are in there, and anyone who leaves the cage will lose for their team. Until one pinfall decides it all. Just for the record, I forgot to mention that. One pinfall or submission, that's why they have like 2 referees for each side to call the match. And they have a lot of referees on hand, just in case, because they got referees on the outside too. Running around the cage. So, in this match, it would be all 4 members of the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, the NXT World Champion. Roderick Strong, the North American Champion. And Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, the NXT Tag Team Champions. The men who hold all the gold fight Tommaso Ciampa and his team. Keith Lee, Dominic Dozovic, and a 4th unknown member that people thought would not even show up. So ultimately, we would have all these men come out one by one, starting with Tommaso Ciampa and Roderick Strong. Then came, Kyle O'Reilly, Dominic Dozovic, Bobby Fish, Keith Lee, and Adam Cole. I gotta admit, they were pretty, it's like, you got a fresh guy, everybody's getting wrecked by the team that has the fresh guy. Especially Dominic Dozovic. When he came out and helped Tommaso Ciampa, he was wrecking Roderick and Kyle O'Reilly. Even had time to pick up Tommaso Ciampa, and he tells him, you take a break. I'm here now. Tommaso Ciampa does take no break. He's going to town on Roderick Strong. Yeah. And then when Keith Lee came in, good God almighty, this guy is wrecking everybody. But once Adam Cole comes into the picture, it's all 4 members, and they are well-oiled machine teamwork. Then comes the bell for the final participant for Team Ciampa. And it's kind of delayed. They're looking at the monitor, they're looking in the ring, they're looking at the monitor, until finally you hear the music. Kevin Owens. Prior to what happened on Monday night, Kevin Owens was assaulted while Triple H was trying to, draft him? Nah. Recruit him to NXT. Because Undisputed Era and all 4 members jumped Kevin Owens, ruining that opportunity, he had unfinished business with them. In which case, he came in and wrecked, and I gotta admit, that is one of the funniest stunners I've seen since The Rock got stunnered by, when he does the flip. All you see is Adam Cole doing this, like a fish out of water.
Ain't the first time he's been flipped over. Rock's been flipped over by Rhino when he got gored.
How the heck? You gotta show me that later. In which case, damn. I gotta admit, Adam Cole bringing in those tables, you thought that Adam Cole and his Undisputed Team would use those tables, but ultimately the whole time, he even set one up outside, and Tommaso Ciampa threw him from this gate of the door and threw him into that table. And then later, we would have Dominic Dozovich almost tap out while he's being literally armed, and he tries to pick him up and slam Kyle O'Reilly onto the table. Kyle O'Reilly is still holding on to that armbar, and he's just on the table. Here comes Kevin Owens frog splashing. There goes freaking Kyle O'Reilly. And then you got Roderick Strong, who was thrown into the cell similar to Kylie Ray. Ow. He's out. And then you got freaking Bobby Fish getting power bombed into the table. And freaking caught by Keith Lee. Good God. I liked how they said it. Adam Cole is regretting bringing in those tables. And this is all happening while Ciampa and Adam Cole is on the corner of the freaking ring. They fall over. They could lose their team for the teams. But Ciampa, Tommaso Ciampa somehow gets Adam Cole onto his back. He jumps backwards. It's like white noise from Sheamus. Mm-hmm. Onto 2 tables. That's a 10-foot drop. God.
Jeff Hardy does want that.
Yeah, but it hasn't been seen in a long time. And dear God, that was good. Ultimately, because he was in the right place, the right time, because he landed perfectly. Unlike what happened with Johnny Gargano, when he did something like that against Adam Cole. Adam Cole was perfectly laid on top of him when he flipped him in a suplex. Tommaso Ciampa must have remembered that and did it in a way where he would be on top instead of Adam Cole, and he was perfectly in place from that drop, knocked out, but still on top of Adam Cole to get the 1, 2, 3. Team Ciampa wins. At the Undisputed Era, despite having all the gold and all the momentum and all the matches featuring War Games, because I think they've been in all 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
Damn. The Undisputed Era, shoot. I think they've been in all 3. I could be wrong. But I'll say this much. Tommaso Ciampa is a sick individual, and he had 2 powerhouses plus an unexpected powerhouse in Kevin Owens. So he had it going for him. Undisputed Era, take nothing away from them. You can hate them or love them, but they brought the fight like it was nobody's business. And that was 10 out of 10. Beautiful. Later on, like I said, in all these fights, how the hell did Adam Cole, after getting dropped like that, manage to beat Pete Dunne? How the hell does Ciampa? I guess Matt Riddle was okay, and I guess Damien Priest was okay, but they ended up getting eliminated nonetheless, and it was in the favor of NXT, but SmackDown team won thanks to Roman Reigns. But damn, Keith Lee, give it to you. He went through that hell of a match, got worn out, and ended up taking it to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in the end. I'm still eliminating Seth Rollins, captain of Raw. Your team.
Yeah, there's always next year.
I know. There's always next year. Yeah. A team right now, by wins, is NXT. It could have been evened out. It could have been evened out.
No, don't say team. Say
dominant
team.
They still would have won. Because the way everybody was hoping for would be Becky Lynch won the match. But Bayley was the odd one out, and she ended up getting tapped out in the end. So,
Let's say the NXT women's team.
No. The NXT women's team. You mean the women's title match at Survivor Series?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Said NXT.
I take it back.
There you go. I'm just correcting you.
Yeah.
Like you do me, I'm correcting you, and then you know what you said.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess because she was the last one, she knew she was going to be in that match, so she told everybody to go in first. That was kind of smart. Then again, we also had Io Shirai. Damn, no, they played it smart. No matter how you look at it, they still played it smart. I'm thinking about this, and they played it. They had Candice LeRae and Io Shirai leave only to come back, symbolizing that they were still fresh while Rhea Ripley whooped everybody's ass as best as she could and still got the win on Sasha Banks. While still having two people right there ready to fight from being injured and still technically not eliminated. That was smart. Walter didn't participate in anything, so he was fresh, but he was eliminated first. I still say he is not going to be he's not going to be having that be let down. Wait till Thursday night for NXT UK. Ooh, man, is Walter going to hear it? He's going to be mad as hell. Everybody's going to say, and he got eliminated by Shorty G. Now, hold up. Whoa. That will be it, because that is all of it. I'm trying to cover anything else. We had the women's, we had the men's Survivor Series, the women's Survivor Series match. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The tag teams, even the freaking Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly put up a damn good fight against the Viking Raiders and still lost, but still they put one hell of a fight. I'm surprised they still had that energy. But still, nonetheless, that's it for this show. But before we go, a shout out to our boys Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below. And a remaining shout out to Renee, Farrell, Chris Petrie, and Delvin. As well as an honorable mention to our buddy Jeff. His last name will not be mentioned. Also, yeah, that's it. Any comments on how the show ended, bro?
I'm good.
You good? All right. With that said, you like this video? Give it a thumbs up. You did? Give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell right here for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. I'm going to see with my boy, and I'm calling you out, Mikey. I'm letting you know, because with my work schedule and the fact that we only got to work 2 days, last day we working before Thanksgiving on Thursday is Wednesday. We're not going to cover Raw or NXT or AEW. Mm-hmm. And hell, we might not even cover Impact. We might just head home early. So, Mikey, shout out to you. And Xavier, if you want to too, you want to hang out this weekend and come up to my place and we can do a podcast, let me know, my brothers. I'll send this video to the group text and see who wants to come over. Not Thanksgiving or Black Friday, but maybe Saturday or Sunday, and we can hang out, have a guys' night. You too, if you want to come. We'll see. I can't say we're going to have food. I can't promise. I can't say because money's tight right now after the show. So with that said, guys, if y'all want to come over and do Raw and NXT, followed by All Elite Wrestling and Impact Wrestling, let me know. So that said, peace out.
Bye.
I'm SergDragon. This is T-Money. We'll see you in the next video.